James O'Brien is exposing Prince William. So William better run and hide somewhere, because my family, things are not going well for him at all. Things are not going well for Prince William at all. In my family, Prince William has been accused of many things. Number one, allowing homes on raw land to grow moldy. Make it unsafe for even the tenants who are living there. And my family also, we are learning and have learned that Charles and William are also making millions from charities that they are supposed to represent. In my family, I want you to hear and see James O'Brien's reaction. And not just that, also members of the public in Britain who watched the Channel 4 documentary exposing how Charles and William make their millions through unscrupulous, corrupt, unethical, my family, dealings. Now, my family, I want you to hear this yourself, what James O'Brien said. So kindly please, my family, hear this. William, you better run and hide. My family, hear this yourself kindly.
Something incongruous, that's a nice word, isn't it? There's something incongruous about Prince William, laudable though the impulse is, tasking himself with solving homelessness when he is taking £23.6 million from a duchy that generates profits by charging the army, the navy, hospitals, the prison service, schools and councils for access to property seized by his ancestors in medieval times. The other reason why I said I wasn't quite sure what phone-in we were going to have today is because I don't know quite what to say next. I don't want to draw too heavy parallels with Trump, but when you listen to Trump supporters and you realise there's nothing he can do that would shed support. Remember, he said himself, he understood this in a way that I don't think normal people ever could. He could shoot someone on Fifth Avenue and not lose a single vote. I have a slightly unhealthy fascination with how far capped offers, forelock tuggers and client journalists will go to defend the indefensible. I'm not quite sure how you how would you even begin to defend this in a country that we've...
My family, it's true, really. It's true. There are things which can never, ever be defended. And William and Charles pocketing millions from the very charities that they are supposed to represent. My family, there is no excuse for that. There is no excuse for that. It is unethical, immoral, and my family, I can call it the acts of corrupt individuals. I mean, that's the only way to explain what's happening. That's the only way to explain exactly just what is going on. In my family, there are many things that come to my mind. And I have been saying that there are things which the firm, William and Charles did to Meghan that will come and bite them. That they'll come and basically, hurt them in the future. And my family, it is happening right now. Remember that I remember when Meghan was pregnant with her and Harry's, first child, Archie. I remember how a UK tabloid called The Daily Express, how they wrote an article, my family, whereby they were asking their viewers, through a poll, if they are willing to pay to fund Meghan, Prince Andrew also, and also Harry and Meghan's unborn child at the time. And my family, all of you know these polls are biased. But they said, you know what? The public doesn't want to fund Andrew, Meghan, and also Meghan and Harry's, unborn child, then unborn child, my family. That's what they said. That's what they said. And remember, my family, during that time, my family, the public were paying millions to fund already senior members of the royal family, to fund William, to fund Charles, to fund Kate, to fund Camilla, to fund my family at the time, Queen Elizabeth II. But UK media had a problem with Meghan earning anything in the royal family. They had an issue with that. Because as you all know, they can't stand seeing Meghan, a woman of color, having nice things. And my family, I always say this. What the firm was doing by allowing those kinds of articles to be written, what they were doing is basically telling the public, oh, you know what? You can get to decide who you want to pay for. That's what they were doing. And remember also that UK media, the firm, meaning William and Charles, through UK media, have been calling for Harry and Meghan to be booed by members of the public in the UK. And you know what? What they have done is that they've shown the public it's okay to boo members of the royal family. And what is happening is that it is not Harry and Meghan who are being booed. We are seeing Charles be the one who is booed. We are seeing Kate Middleton be the one who is booed. We are seeing William. We are seeing Camilla. They're the ones who are being booed by members of the public. So an attempt by the firm at trying to turn the public against Harry and Meghan because of how jealous they feel, because of Harry and Meghan's enormous or immense star power, what the firm is doing is turning the public against them. And that's why we are seeing members of the public are turning on Britain's royal family. They are seeing them for just who they truly are. Leeches who are leeching off of taxpayer money. You know this. I know this. And now we are seeing members of the public are saying the same thing. And they aren't happy. Now they aren't happy about my family having to fund or pay for Britain's royal family. And my family, I said this a long time ago. Every single evil wish that the firm have towards Harry and Meghan, anything evil that the firm wants the public to do to Harry and Meghan, for example, booing them, or how they don't want the taxpayers to fund Harry and Meghan, my family, at the end of the day, what you're doing is telling the public, well, number one, you can decide who to fund and who not to fund. And eventually, they'll also come for you. They also say that they don't want to pay for William. They don't want to pay for Charles or Kate or Camilla Parker Bowles. And my family, once again, senior members of the royal family, what they don't realize is that in their quest at trying to destroy Harry and Meghan, they are only destroying themselves. Now, my family, I want you to hear how members of the public feel, my family, and what they were saying to James O'Brien about what has been, my family, revealed. People are not happy. The public, my family, is not happy. And honestly, the royal family, William and Charles, have only themselves to blame. My family, look at this please kindly, They
always say it's about duty and service.
Yes.
How can you be among the richest people on the planet and need to be paid huge sums of money to do a job that many people would give their eye teeth to do? They consider it work to sit in the royal box at Wimbledon on finals day. No one else on earth would consider that work, but they say it's a duty.
I have to get the caller's name. And the caller's name is called Jonathan, my family, from Croxdale, whereby they're saying members of the royal family consider it work to sit in the royal box at Wimbledon. No one else in the world would actually call that work. Don't forget this. Don't forget this. That senior members of the royal family, William, Kate, Charles, Camilla, also consider it work to cut ribbons. You know, the first time I ever heard of the term working members of the royal family was when Harry and Meghan, announced that they were stepping back as senior members of the royal family. Around that time, that's the first time I ever heard this concept of working members of the royal family and non-working members of the royal family. And I'm like, who in the world thinks that members of the royal family actually work? Who in the world thinks that? I even remember the words of Carnival of so-called expert Charlotte Griffiths family when demanding that Prince Harry come back to the UK and return the royal fold. She was saying that Prince Harry and my family, these were the words of Carnival of so-called expert Charlotte Griffiths of the Daily Mail. She said, and I quote, that Prince Harry should be content with just cutting ribbons if he comes back. Well, my family, you've also had my opinions. I don't see them even allowing Harry to cut ribbons. They will kick Harry out of the public limelight if, God forbid, they succeed in the quest at, forcing Harry back to the UK or back into the royal fold. My family, they will remove Harry from the public limelight, because as long as Harry is out there, free to go wherever he wants to go, free to do whatever he wants to do, William will always be full of envy towards Harry and Meghan's star power. There's a reason why William is so hell-bent in trying to control Harry and Meghan. Because my family, he's jealous of Harry and Meghan. He is jealous of their star power. And he's never going to stop. He's never going to stop trying to control Harry and Meghan. Because what he wants to achieve is to destroy Harry's life and my family benefit from Harry's destruction. That's what William has been trying for years to achieve. But he has been failing. However, he hasn't stopped trying. And that's why you are still seeing, Meghan being attacked constantly. Because the fam knows that my family, Harry and Meghan together, no matter how many lies they spread about Harry and Meghan, are a powerful couple. But divided, you dim the light. Which is what the fam, William and Charles, and UK media have been working towards for a long time. But they have been failing. But still, as I've said, they keep on trying every single day to destroy Harry and Meghan's lives. And my family, I hope they never ever succeed. Now, my family, the public are seeing with their own two eyes. And this should terrify the fam. This should terrify senior members of the royal family. The public are seeing that what senior members of the royal family, what William, what Kate calls work is sitting at Wimbledon at the royal box. That is not work. That is not service, like how they call it. My family, that ain't work and that ain't service. And my family, if I am a palace courtier or a senior member of the royal family, this ain't something that I want to hear. It shows you that more and more members of the public are waking up to the brainwashing that they have been, my family, programmed through, all their life, my family, all of their lives, with relentless propaganda that the monarchy is somehow good for them, that's the best thing for them. And yet it is not. And yet it is not. I repeat, and yet it is not, my family. It is way much more preferable for you to be able to choose your own leader. It is way much more preferable for you to be able to elect your own leader than for you to have someone who, no matter what they do, no matter how many corrupt, immoral, unethical dealings that they partake in, you can't even remove them. You know, you cannot. Only through a referendum, which they also are never going to allow to happen in the UK. So my family, you know, I've heard these so-called comments. Oh, you know what? You know, we don't want a President Boris Johnson or a President Keir Starmer. My family, honestly, even though they are also not good people, my family, but honestly, having a monarchy that even takes money from a charity, from charities, taking money from them, you know, my family, that is so immoral, so unethical, so corrupt. And I don't think you can get anything worse than that, honestly. I don't think you can get anything worse than that. Taking money from a charity. A charity, for goodness sake. Even taking money from the NHS, my family. You, as a member of the royal family, are supposed to serve the public, to serve the people. But clearly, my family, when it comes to Charles and William, they want the public to be the ones who serve them, not the other way around. And yet they talk so much about service, 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 service. My family, members of the public aren't happy. And this is something that Charles and William should be very, very concerned and worried about. My family, can you please continue hearing this kindly?
Wimbledon and on finals day, no one else on earth would consider that work, but they say it's a duty. But not,
why do we fall for it then? Why do we suck it up? Why does this? I mean, this isn't.
No idea.
No, you don't. No, I don't suppose anybody has. Just
well, actually, I've got one theory.
Normalness,
which is that they've got the greatest form of advertising ever, which might start to change, but everyone loves money. The earliest rulers who ever minted coins made sure that their head went on the back of it because everybody loves money. So every time you get a £5 note out of your pocket, you're looking, you know, imagine if that said Coca-Cola instead of it had a picture of Prince Charles on it. Like, money couldn't buy that advertising, and yet we think it's perfectly normal.
You almost can't.
We think it is perfectly normal to my family basically just put up with all this propaganda being spread by the royal family, that sitting at Wimbledon is service to the public. You know, I remember the words of Yasmin Alibhai, you know, Brown, my family, who said that the royal family have the greatest PR, propaganda arm in the world. They have my family, most powerful propaganda arm in the world. Britain's royal family have the most powerful, you know, propaganda, you know, system in the world, in the planet. And it's true. It is so true. It is true. It is very, very true. It is very, very true. And yet, my family, how have they used the propaganda of my family? They have used it to attack, you know, members of their own family. They've used it to go after Harry, Meghan, attack them with negative press because a senior member of the royal family just can't stand seeing how popular Harry and Meghan are. They used it against Diana, who simply fell in love with a man who never loved her, who treated her appallingly, who undermined her, you know, confidence. And all her life, she was treated appallingly by the UK media, you know? And my family, so as I've said, And as people can see, my family, in terms of advertising, the royal family have some kind of a good advertising system. They are a very, very good one. By all means, my family, that is not even, undeniable. But the way they have chosen to use it is just, they have chosen to use it in a bad way. In a very, very bad way. In a very, very bad way. To attack their own members. To sow discord or pit this role versus this one. To create an endless, stream of drama, which they're happy to perform in, just to keep this, my family, royal, drama, continue, my family. Hoping that the public doesn't say to, what, it is over, let us teach the monarchy. As the farm hopes that the public keeps on staying tuned to the ongoing drama in the royal family. My family, honestly, is just so wrong. It's just really, really wrong. And the farm should be terrified to see that members of the public are opening their eyes. My family, they should be terrified and scared to see how members of the public are opening their eyes, to see how they are being robbed. My family, to see how members of the royal family are, taking money away from them every single year. And my family, this must just come to an end. My family, even someone said that, UK taxpayers pay them millions to do charity as a job. Red flags, red flags, red flags. King Charles III and Prince William are fleecing some even of those same charities and call themselves patrons. My family. It's like state allowed, robbery. And my family, it needs to end. It needs to end and it needs to be condemned. When you see something wrong, it is important to call it out. And my family, we are seeing so many wrong things in my family going on. Especially in Britain's royal family. Something is seriously, extremely, my family, wrong. And Prince Harry, my family, says something very, very important in his memoir, Spare. Because what also we feel is destroying the monarchy is this toxic relationship that has evolved between, the monarchy and the press, my family. Anyway, let me read you what Harry said in Spare, because also I find Harry's words to be very, 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 my family, important. My family, let me just read you this. And I quote, "Maybe money sits at the heart of every controversy about the monarchy. Britain has long had trouble making up its mind. Many support the crown, but many also feel anxious about the cost. And that anxiety is increased by the fact that the cost is unknowable. Depends on who's crunching the monarchy. Crunching the numbers, sorry. Depends on who's crunching the numbers. Does the crown cost taxpayers? Yeah." Harry says. And Harry then says that my problem has never been with the monarchy or the concept of the monarchy. It's been with the press and the sick relationship that's evolved between it and the palace. I love my mother country. And I love my family. And I always will. I just wish that at the second darkest moment of my life, that they'd both been there for me. And I believe they look back one day and wish they had to. Harry says in Spare. So my family, if there is anybody who really is going to bring down the monarchy, it will be basically my family, members of the royal family themselves, because of the corrupt, immoral deals they're making or have made with the toxic British tabloid media. And as you've heard yourself, more and more members of the public are waking up. They don't want to hear anymore that Kate sitting at Wimbledon at the Roebuck, that service, that duty to the monarchy. That's a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of nonsense, my family. It's a bunch of nonsense. And that is totally and completely unacceptable. You know? My family, people, want to have trust, to put their trust in people who are my family reliable, in people who aren't corrupt or immoral. And sadly, my family, everything about Charles and Williams, basically spells, corrupt, and my family immoral. It's sad, but it's true. It is sad, but it's true. And this huge raw scandal that my family has broken out in the UK about how Charles and William are making the money, my family, through unscrupulous, my family, dealings, my family, or means. My family, this is high time that senior members of the royal family wake up and understand this. That, first of all, attacking Harry and Meghan is a big mistake. First of all, saying, oh, you know what? There's no money for Meghan, like how Charles told Harry. That is a big, big mistake. This smear campaign targeting Harry and Meghan is a big mistake. And also, constantly leeching off of taxpayer money, taking money from charities, schools, hospitals. It is immoral. It is wrong. And my family, senior members of the royal family, must change their business model, my family, and how they do their business, my family. How they engage in commercial ventures must change. And also, those who want to engage in commercial ventures and work to pay their own bills in the royal family must be allowed to do so without being harassed, attacked, like we've seen happening to Harry and Meghan, my family. Like you have seen happen to Harry and Meghan. Harry and Meghan, when they were in the UK media harassed them, attacked them, abused them, then say that they have every right in the world to stalk and harass Harry and Meghan. Because they say that Harry and Meghan, if they earn even a single penny of taxpayer money, that they have no right to privacy. And then Harry and Meghan said, okay, you know what, fine. We want to earn our own living. UK media called them greedy. And my family also, I remember even seeing how a carnival of so-called expert, after Prince Harry repaid the cost of renovating from a cottage, I remember hearing how a carnival of so-called experts said, you know what, it has nothing to do with the money. All we want, Harry, are basically you to give us access to your children. Coming from the people who my family bullied Meghan throughout her entire pregnancy. People who subjected Meghan to racism. And even my family, her son, Archie, to racism and saying that, you know what, Harry, all we want is for you to give us access to your son. Give us pictures. Tell us who are your kids' godparents. For what? So UK media can also attack them as well? Abuse them as well? Harry and Meghan will do no such thing. And my family, and the attacks on Harry and Meghan by the UK media just reinforce just why Harry and Meghan protect their kids immensely. Not just because they love their kids, but also because they need to. Because of the threats coming from the toxic UK media. And my family, William and Charles. You know, my family and the public is waking up, basically. My family. Public is waking up and saying that they aren't going to stand, you know, hearing that Kate showing up at Wimbledon, you know, and saying that, you know, this is service, this is duty. The public are tired of that nonsense. And they are not going to put up with that. And my family, right now, I want to hear your opinion on what we have just discussed. May God bless Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet, Diana, and Doria Ragland, and all of you members of the squad at home. He never wins, love wins, and stay tuned to our next video. Love you also forever, and may God bless you, my family. My family. So right now, I want to hear your opinion on what James O'Brien and my family has said. On what James O'Brien and my family has said. I love my family, his words, and I believe he's someone who, you know, his words are very, very, my family, important. So right now, I want to hear your opinion on what my family has said. And may God bless you, my family, and stay tuned to our next video. Love you, awesome forever, and may no weapon formed against Harry, Meghan, Archie, and also Lilibet, Diana, ever prosper. Hello, members of Zesco Family TV. First of all, I want to say thank you for all your support that you give us to our channel. We don't take it for granted that you support this channel. I want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts for lending out your support and fighting against injustices, supporting Prince Harry and Meghan, showing them love. Love will always triumph over evil, and for that I say thank you. Good will always prevail over bad. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you so much for joining this community, this amazing community of Zesco Family TV. I love you so much, family, from the bottom of my heart, and I wish you all the best. May you have a great day, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned a lot of things. With that and so much more, stay tuned to our next video. Leave a comment below, like, and subscribe. Love you, family, always and forever. Sayonara.